What you need is the atom's heart. Its electrons are the personality. But this isn't a chaotic swarm. It's a strict, invisible architecture that dictates why oxygen gives life, sodium explodes in water, and gold never tarnishes. Understanding this structure is like learning the grammar of matter. Think of the electron cloud like a building. The main floors are the principal energy shells. On each floor are different types of rooms, the subshells called S, P, D, and F. And inside each room are orbitals, which can hold a maximum of 2 electrons each. So how do electrons move in? They follow 3 golden rules. First, the Aufbau Principle. They fill the lowest energy rooms first. The ground floor of the hotel must be full before anyone moves to the second. Second, the Pauli Exclusion Principle. An orbital holds 2 electrons at most, and they must have opposite spins. Finally, there's Hund's rule. When you have several rooms of equal energy, electrons will occupy each one singly before they start pairing up. It's like people on a bus. Everyone takes their own seat before sitting next to a stranger. The whole point of this system is to identify the most important players, the valence electrons. These are the outermost electrons, the ones in the highest energy shell. They are the front line, carrying out all the chemical labor of the world. An element's entire identity is determined by this elite group. But nature sometimes breaks its own rules for a good reason: stability. Take copper. You'd expect it to fill its orbitals in the standard order, but instead it promotes an electron to create a perfectly full subshell. This symmetry provides an extra layer of stability that's a higher priority than the standard filling order. Ultimately, this electron configuration is the map to an atom's power. It explains the entire layout of the periodic table, where every row and column tells a story of this perfect, organized electronic architecture.